All right, this your boy Tony Fair. This episode is called Heart and Soul, and we sitting here with 17 Yoda, formerly known as Don Straw. What's going on, man?
They should be familiar with the name, but if y'all not, man, Don Straw, Macon, Georgia, 31217, man. That's the east side.
That's the east side. So, before we jump in this interview, right? I know, man, well, a lot of people know, but I definitely know there was a beef, you know what I'm saying, with Rick Ross. And from what I understand and from what I remember back, a few years ago, you were the forefront of this beef. And I know you had a song, you know what I'm saying, on GD Day. I can't remember what year it was, but the song was called Flavors. You did a music video.
Yeah.
And then I know you followed up with a song, I think it was called, it was Love Sosa. You did a remix. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I was looking on the internet, people was like in the comments and they were saying, damn, I think Rick Ross responded. You know what I'm saying? And I did my research, and to me it seemed like Rick Ross actually responded to that song. So I want to get your insight on what that beef was all about, and just clear the whole air on that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a major move for you in your career, and I think everybody should know. But before we do it, I want to fill the audience in on Flavors and also Love Sosa. So we're going to do that right now.
This your boy Big Bang Black checking in this motherfucker. Duct Tape Entertainment. The fuck going on? Fresh brain that shit back.
You can get it now, you can get it later. Hollow tips, cop killers, you can get it any flavor. You can get the fist, bitch, you can get the razor. $150 across your shit, fuck a taser. You can get it now, you can get it later. Hollow tips, cop killers, you can get it any flavor. You can get the fist, bitch, you can get the razor. $150 across your shit, hands on, fuck a taser. Hey. Listen, stop all that popping for them hot ones, for them choppers. Spin posts, wide mouth and nigga G up, them my part of them. Bullets flipping like blades when helicopters spin. That shit don't graze, man, it take parts of him. Hey, man, he better have guard with him. Young ass nigga don't play, and yeah, that young ass nigga got them all with him. Yeah, motherfucking Don Straw. For you snakes, I got lawnmowers, and I shoot till my palms sore. I'm beyond the encore. I don't fuck with fuck niggas. Yeah, you better duck quicker. Lee on the river bay. MPD, they questioning me like I'm on Ricky Lake. Hey, middle fingers to the DA and the DEA. We don't play. You DOA. If you fuck with us right here, that's what he gon' lay. Whole ass, y'all lost. 478, we'll rip your balls off. You can get it now, you can get it later. Hollow tips, cop killers, you can get it any flavor. You can get the fist, bitch, you can get the razor. $150 across your shit, fuck a taser. You can get it now.
All right, so y'all seen, you know what I'm saying, Flavors. I got him live right now on Heart and Soul. He on the couch. So we finna dive in on this Rick Ross situation.
Resiliency.
Tell me about the beef, bro. We wanna know.
As far as a beef, as far as any beef is concerned, you know, that nation business. You dig what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna dive too deep into a beef. You feel me? But musically, I talk about everything leading up to what happened musically, you know. Yeah, we was functioning, Oakland City Park, if I remember. Oakland City Park, we was in the city, we was having Nation Day. And a lot of the artists that was on count at the time, we actually did videos at Slabs, Club Slab, East Atlanta. And Flavors happened to be one of the songs that was played in the club that day. So, you know, all the guys, we fellowshipping, so we bond together, and everybody showed up for the video. During this time, yeah, it was some shit going on with Fat Boy, you know. But you know, we took the initiative to address that musically because, you know, I was just coming home from prison. 10 years, came home 2012. You know, so music was all that was on my agenda at the time. And when it comes to the nation, all is one. So any play the guys got them a back it. So yeah, it appeared that I was a forefront, you know, because I stood on business at that time. Like, you know, musically, I'm right here on front line. So yeah, that's what that was. Now Love Sosa was more of a direct song, like, cause now I understood the nature of what was going on.
Right.
So I felt like I needed to make it my business to let, you know what I'm saying, the world know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, what's going on.
Right.
So Love Sosa was one of the songs that I sat down and personally, you know, put out. You feel me? Attached to that.
So I ain't mean to cut you off, but so do you feel like, I can't remember the name of the song because I remember I did research back then, but do you think he was referencing you in that song?
Shit, that's clear.
I think so, yeah.
That's clear. You know, he ain't never say my name. He ain't never, you feel me? But he spoke on the situation. He responded to the situation.
Right.
You know, and at the time, niggas we really in the streets, like getting this shit from the mud. So it wasn't like we was just paying attention. But when it came across our, you know what I'm saying, our radar, like, hey, bro, you know, it sound like Fat Boy goddamn took the same beat and goddamn clapped back at you.
Right.
So we were like, okay, we got his attention.
Right.
You know.
Matter of fact, it was the same beat. It was the same song. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay. See, I wasn't for sure like what started everything. I mean, I knew the GD part, you know, backstory. But
hey, free Atlanta OG KK.
For sure.
Duct tape.
For sure.
Free OG.
For sure.
Free them guys.
So look, all right. So I know a lot happened. You know what I'm saying? You went to jail. You know what I'm saying? You got back out. You got out. So I wanna go back. You know what I'm saying? I want to go back from where you were born and where you were raised. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't know that you wasn't raised in Georgia. Well, you were raised in Georgia, but you weren't born here. So I want you to kind of give us a little background on you personally, as far as like where you were born, growing up in Macon and things like that.
I was born in Providence. If y'all familiar with Providence, Rhode Island, smallest state in the United States. To a single mother at the time, because my dad wasn't really around. Excuse me, 5 sisters, 2 brothers. And you know, my mother, she actually did everything she could to try to keep us in one household. But unfortunately, you know, she had a drug addiction at the time. She was going through what she was going through as being a young lady. You got to think about it. This the 80s, my nigga. You feel me? You know, back then, you know, it was cool to, you know, to them, when crack first hit, it was cool to, you know, to smoke until they seen all the chemicals that were being put into it and people start to fall back. But I ended up going into the system, the foster care system. I went to the foster care system along with my brothers and my sisters. And if I can recall, I was 5 years old when they snatched us up, put us in the system. And I stayed in foster care for 4 years. And while in foster care, I was moved from house to house, bro. Like, I might stay with some white people with a German Shepherd, go to a good school. You did. And then next thing you know, I'm snatched out of that, separated from my brother, separated from my little sister, and put over him with some Mexicans, hardly speaking English type shit. And it went on like that for a few years until I was put in a group home.
Right.
Cause I was really nutting up like at all these little houses, bro. I'm giving it up.
Yeah.
I'm the problem child. They done put a nigga all in front of psychiatrists trying to figure out, hey, what wrong with the dude?
Yeah. How you was how old? About 5?
I was 5 years old,
Okay.
but 4 years.
Yeah.
So when I got 9 is when my mother had got her shit all the way together. And that's what I respect about my mama, cause she came back and got us.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came back and got us, man. This shit was like, like Christmas Day. We was happy, we was joyed, we was cheerful. And she made the decision then that she wanted to have a new start.
Right.
And she was born in Augusta, Georgia. She got roots, she's a Georgian. So my mother said, hey, we're gonna pack our shit and we're gonna go down south.
So you was going through the foster system in Providence.
In Rhode
Gotcha.
Island.
Okay, I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all came to Georgia. Y'all end up in Macon.
Yeah, we ended up in the Mac town.
Okay.
Macon, Georgia. It have been times where my mother would move around and try different cities. Like we stayed in Augusta, we stayed in Atlanta, but Macon, Georgia is where we went to school, where we grew up at,
Right.
where we actually got stationed because she was trying to find our way. So we ended up on the east side, King Park to be exact. Though I'm gonna put that out there, cause my granddaddy, Reverend Crowder, he had a church over there on that side. This the east side.
Mm-hmm.
So we started out in King Park, and we stayed in King Park a few months before we migrated to Fort Hill. Still Fort Hill, Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where I'm from. I'm from Fort Hill.
Okay. So as far as I know, like people that listen to your music, man, one of the things they say about your music is you're so like descriptive and what you say. And so, I listen to your music obviously, and it's a lot of things you say, that's very shocking. And one thing that stood out to me was the situation with your dad, stepfather, grandmother, and your granddad. And that's a story in itself, you know what I mean? And I think that's something that, people probably want to, like, I think the world should know, because they're going to hear it in your upcoming project, you know what I mean? So, like, what was it like, when it comes down to, when you was hearing and you was having to go, be with your grandparents, and then, the whole situation as far as you, from that all the way up into, what got you in trouble? Like, kind of tell me, what happened in that transition.
My well, his name is Henry. It was a man that my grandmother was with. You see what I'm saying? But being kids and not really knowing, if this is actually our relative, all we knew was that he was with grandma. So that was grandpa to us.
Right.
But biologically, no.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
No, he wasn't our grandfather. But no, yeah, man, my grandmother, she used to go through domestic disputes with the guy. And it got to a boiling point one day when he actually, brought the pistol into play, like, cause she threatened to do something to him by keep putting his hands on him, keep,
Mm-hmm.
just, abusing her. And, he was like, hey, well, motherfucker, if you gonna shoot me, motherfucker, I give you a pistol. This is true. This is facts. Like, my mother always tell us this story, and we be like, whoa. But no, my grandmother ended up taking him up on his offer, dog. That day was like her boiling point. And she grabbed that pistol and shot him. She grabbed that pistol and shot him. And my grandmother ended up going down for, I think it was voluntary manslaughter. And she did like 5 years on it. I'm not sure exactly what they sentenced her to, but when they did that, it was like, now skinny mommy gone. We had great grandmama and my grandmother. My great grandmother's fat mommy, my grandmama's skinny mommy. So it was like, from the sandbox, it was already like the cards were being stacked against us by our family members being snatched into the system.
So, that's crazy. Like, I don't, like, when you hear that in the music, some people won't even believe that even happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, brother, she did that.
So like, I know. I'm saying I know when you went to prison that first time. Like I know the story, but I don't know the details of like what happened. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know. You know, we just know that you made an album called a mixtape called 4th Century. And a lot of people don't know that what 4th Century actually, you know what I'm saying, was meant to be. Like what was the reason behind it?
That was me forcing myself into the industry. That was me like, you know, after being oppressed for all them years, I went to prison at 14 years old.
So tell us that story. Like tell us like what happened.
You know, shit, we grew up around the gangbangers, the drug dealers. You know, we grew up around the killers. We grew up around the gamblers. We grew up around the bootleggers. We grew up around all these type of individuals. So at a young age, we would always find ourselves into stuff. Because when we did get to Georgia, my mother picked up on our old habits. And by her doing that, she indirectly neglected us. So we was able to wander the streets a little more.
Yeah.
And I probably was like 10 years old when I was with one of my partners. And he showed me one of his granddaddy's guns. And as soon as I seen it, I'm like, boy, let me get that. That's me. He like, man, I can't. This my granddad. Man, I said, nigga, this mine, nigga.
You
took
took
my
the gun?
first at 10 years old.
You stole the gun?
No, I ain't still. I took
Took
it.
it from.
Give me that.
Yeah.
So my infatuated with guns started there.
Mm-hmm.
I took the gun. I ran home with it. I'm like, boy, I'm lit. The first thing I do is get my little sisters, take them to the basement, show it to them. They're like, man, what the hell you doing with a gun? I said, man, this is for if anybody ever mess with y'all, y'all let me know. And I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna make sure this shit happen to them.
Yeah.
Man, that shit, it wasn't even goddamn 3 hours later, the police was knocking on my mama's door. Real shit, dog. So I'm in the room. I hear Brown Sugar. She like, Pee-wee, because you know that's my name. Pee-wee Straw.
Yeah.
Straw came as I got older. But Brown Sugar like, Pee-wee, bring your ass here. So I'm like, what the fuck she on? You know what I'm saying? But I got an idea what she on, but I'm being called so much, it's like, what is it this time?
Yeah.
Then it's the minute shit. You smell me? So when I get to the door, I see the police. I ain't got no shirt on. And the first thing they say is, get them to put a shirt on. So she screaming, where is it? Where is the gun? I said, Mama, I don't know nothing about no gun. I don't know nothing about no gun, Mama. My stepdaddy, God bless his soul, Kenny Fuller, bullet head. When he heard the commotion, he knew I had the gun. He knew I had the pistol. And he went and got the pistol, shot out the back door, and got the hell on.
Yeah.
So the gun was already gone. But I ain't got no pistol for y'all. So they like, we got to take him with us. They locked me up. They locked me up for that gun. 10 years old. I stayed locked up for like 2 weeks. And it's crazy because I think my 11th birthday was coming in that week. So I'm like, damn, I'm locked up for my birthday. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I did like 2 weeks in RYDC on Riggin Mill Road. Damn. And I was released. So that was like my first run-in with the law.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shit was crazy.
So what landed you in prison for 10 years?
Shit, we were robbing. We were young and we were robbing. You know, like a lot of my brother, my cousin, they were selling dope at 15, 16 years old. And it's like we could never really get in the game. We ain't really never have no means to really get in the game. We'll steal a bomb from a nigga that stashed it somewhere to motherfucking, hey, act like we selling dope. We used to give our dope away. You know what I mean? But it really wasn't bringing us no money. We felt like, shit, nigga, the easiest way to really get us some money to get a head start was take it. So I started robbing. Like, I was 13 years old when I started robbing. And it came to a point where we were really drawing down broad daylight. Like, we see it on you, like, let me get that.
Yeah.
We weren't really no structured robbers. We weren't no niggas planning robberies. We was robbing by impulse. We were young niggas. And that's what landed me in prison. I had 3 counts of armed robbery and a kind of kidnapping because one of the person we made, hey, you need to move. Go get that paper. And they moved from the living room to the kitchen to get the money. So that was a kidnapping charge. And these 3 counts of armed robbery was 3 different individual robberies. Check the docket. Y'all check the
I was
docket.
just about to ask you that.
Yeah, they ain't no 3 people was goddamn it, you understand me, at one time.
Yeah.
This is 3 different dockets, 3 different armed robberies that they had and been able to link us to when they got our guns, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, my first plea was, 20-14, I never forget it. My lawyer, Erica Woodford, she was a public defender. And when she came to me with the deal, she was like, hey, you know, armed robbery carry a mandatory minimum of 10 years in Georgia. I'm like, what? She was like, yeah. How is that? I ain't number 14 years old. She was like, because in Georgia, they got the discretion to charge you as an adult. So I'm like, how the fuck that happened?
Yeah.
And she explained to me that back in 1998, they passed Senate Bill 440 and 441. So when they passed Senate Bill 440 and 441, one of them said, armed robbery is mandatory minimum 10 years because it's considered a 7 deadly sin. The other bill was, if you committed one of these 7 deadly sins and you was 13, 14, you could be charged as an adult. So that's how I was able to be charged as an adult. And them folks, you know what I'm saying, they offered me 20-14. I turned it down. I said, I'm not doing it. I'm only 14.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up getting a 15-10 plea bargain, took the plea, and me and the bros went down the road.
So you took 10 years, right? So you in prison. You are 14 years old. Tell me what that's like, being a 14-year-old in prison and transitioning to like, you know, into the system as a kid around killers, murderers. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that really be out in the street, like really doing some real raw ass shit. Like tell me what that's like as a kid.
My nigga, at 13, 14 years old as a juvenile, it's only one place to go in Georgia back then. Right now, they got some shit, I think Al Burr, some shit like that. But back then, it was only one place that you could go. And this one place that you landed at, my nigga, was the worst prison in the United States of America, nigga. Fuck Georgia. Alto. Any nigga done did time, know Alto is the worst prison in motherfucking United States of America back then for juvenile.
Where Alto located at?
Alto is in Gainesville, Georgia.
Okay.
Lee Arundel State Prison.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? So it was like, you had to really chime in with your big homies that was already across the yard. We call across the yard niggas that's grown, because they wore blue stripes. If you look at the Georgia Department of Corrections, they wore white with blue stripes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But juveniles, we wore brown stripes.
And Alto.
So
the regular prison, they wore white with blue stripes.
That's a fact.
Okay. All right, I got that.
Didn't nothing separate us but the dormitory. So we in the dorm, we got our own dorm. When we come out that dorm, them niggas' dorm is right there. So the only thing that separated us is that we was housing our own dormitory.
Yeah.
But when we came out to go to child, we ate with them niggas.
Yeah.
When we went to education, to vocation, to school, we went to school with them niggas. We went to the yard, we had our own yard, but them niggas on the yard right next to us. So, you know, we chopping up with them niggas through the gate. So it was very imperative to get to know and chime in with your big homies.
Yeah.
So, Macon, Georgia, nigga, we really had like big dogs during the time I went to Alto in 2002. So we had big homies down that motherfucker. Odell. We had goddamn J-Lo. You know understand me? That was really crushing shit across their yard. And letting it be known that you fuck with all the homeboys, you know what's up. But we had to hold our own shit down. So on juvenile, we fought every day.
Yeah.
We stole from each other, took each other shit, you know what I'm saying? Just to build an identity in that motherfucker. You know? And I'm coming in that motherfucker 14 years old and I'm repping the 6. I'm standing on business. So all my little niggas that's repping the 6, it don't matter if you from Augusta, Savannah, goddamn Valdosta, nigga, all is one. So, you know, that's how we gave it up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't take no shit, bro. We ain't get involved in none of the foulet. We just stood on business and was growing through that. You did.
So while you were there, like, yeah, you know, a lot of, you know, shit, most motherfuckers ain't experienced no damn prison. You know what I'm saying? So tell me some shit tell me some wild ass shit that you done seen, You know what I'm saying? Like, just being locked up for that many, 10 years is a long ass time. You know what I mean? Like, 10 years, I was in the military. I fucking was stationed somewhere for 6 months in the desert. I felt like that shit was eternity. I can only imagine like 10 years. That shit felt like prison to me. You know, since I can't even imagine having to be somewhere you don't want to be for 10 straight years. So like what? Like tell me some shit that people wouldn't really know.
I can highlight some shit that happened with me because I ain't gonna speak on nobody, bro. Like nobody else. Like I done seen blood on the floor all day, every day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's just the habitat. But in prison, when I was coming up, we had flip phones.
Yeah.
We ain't had the touches and all that shit that we had flip phones. So as a young nigga growing up, we always wanted to have our own flip phone, but we ain't had the currency to purchase one. So you know, we always on that nigga, anybody can get it type shit, but we gonna take that. We need that. So the only thing that really kept us young niggas at bay is a structure. Like we'll be structured in the dorm where we can't really just step out the structure and motherfucking rob a nigga without the one of the heads saying it's cool to do that.
Yeah.
So I was taking phones. I used to take a lot of phones. So I can recall a time where I come in the dorm. I'm just getting out the hole because I did so much time in the hole. That's why some of my songs, I don't say 23 and 1, nigga. Because, nigga, we spent the whole 24 in that motherfucker. So I'm screaming 24 and 0, nigga. Because we ain't had a yard call. The officers buck on us like we buck on them.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all niggas want to flood? Y'all niggas want to get them beat on this door? Y'all niggas want to throw trays out the motherfucking tray flap? Y'all niggas ain't getting no motherfucking yard. So we ain't never get yard. You see what I'm saying? So I came out, and the first thing I tap in with the guys, like, hey, bro, where the phones at in this bitch? I ain't got no jack. I'm trying to get me a jack. And one of the guys was like, hey, I got a couple of niggas, you feel me, that got some jacks that don't even supposed to have. I'm like, bet. We on that.
Jack is a phone.
Yeah, that's a phone.
Gotcha.
We call it flop, jack.
Yeah.
So it's this one dude, little short, fat, chubby nigga. I run down on him with the blade. He just getting out the shower, so I caught him slipping. I run down on him with the blade. I hit him one time in the shoulder. He come out for ASAP. So my little gangster I got with me, I said, hey, bro, that's you. Just put me on the next lick. He was like, I got you, bro. So after he do his little goddamn, you understand me, his little research or whatever, he like, hey, bro, this white boy got one. I said, point that nigga out. So when he point the white boy out, it's a big ass motherfucking cracker. Bald head. You know, and this bitch working out every day.
It'll beat your ass.
Nigga, I'm 145 pounds, soaking wet, nigga. But I'm like that. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, nigga. My homeboy, man, Dion, man, free Dion. Pleasant Hill, man. Dion Felton, man, that my nigga for sure. He blood gang, he official nigga. So at the time, I ain't know Dion was really like, you know, niggas had the white boys on the chart card, but this white boy went on the chart card. He used to just fuck with Dion, let him use the phone a lot. So Dion used to keep a lot of the wolves off of him. So I fuck around and slide in the nigga room. One of my partners from Atlanta, he on the phone, he in the back of the cell. I'm like, hey brother, slide that across the top bunk. The big ass cracker standing at the goddamn, he's standing at the box. He like, damn, what's going on? I got the blade out, right around my wrist. I'm like, you already know what's happening on. They me. He was like, man, I ain't never did you wrong and all that. Hey man, y'all, everybody else get out the room. So them folk, they boom, get up out that motherfucker. My gangster closed the door, boom. Because I got to get the code. Yeah. Your lick don't go through unless you get the code.
Yeah.
So I'm telling the white boy, hey, man, come on with that code. Let me get that. He got his hands up. He like, man, I don't have a code. I just got the phone, but he keep doing this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, bro, man, come on with that code, home. I ain't got number headshots. I don't have the code. Swung the blade. He ducked down. I catch him in the back of his ear, dog. Go through his ear, come out. So now he got a hole in his ear. I'm trying to shoot your headshots, nigga, number headshot. So when he raise up and you go in his ear, he know I'm serious. And he like, man, I don't have a knife, man. I don't have bro, charge me, nigga, like a raging bull.
Yeah.
I'm to my power punches. Boom, boom. So I'm backpedaling. I know the cell, nigga. I'm trying to get out of the way of these motherfuckers. Cause if he land one of these, boy, it might be over for a nigga. So I jump on the toilet and get leverage. And I go to hit him, dog. You feel me? I go to hit him. And man, it took me like 9 times to get him down, bro. I got him down in Indian style, head in his lap, bro. But he damn near out of there, like out of there. So now the guys at the door. And they beating the door. Dion like, boy, let me in. I'm like, man, let my brother in. Dion come in. Dion say, man, get on the code. I don't want to see you down this floor, and I don't want to see my brother here for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
My nigga. When I tell you I got in so much trouble behind that little lick, because I'm bringing heat to the dawn now.
Yeah.
Because the white boy stabbed up good, he got to get medical attention. First they tried to get him with the Mexicans that would try the old fake ass cartwheel, sew him up type shit. That ain't work. They couldn't stop it. Real shit.
They doing that type of shit in there?
Man, bro, they gonna do whatever it takes to not let you go to medical and bring heat to the dorm.
Gotcha.
So they trying to patch him up, but it ain't working. Never forget this shit. Scrap G, that's the big dog in the dorm over the guys. So he like, man, I'm calling the motherfucking me, man. Mandatory me. All the guys, man. Let's go. All the guys right now. Because now I'm in hot shit with the guys.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in violation because nigga, I'm robbing motherfuckers and bringing heat to the dorm. And I ain't get the green light to do that. And this man, I'm finna leave here. They got to send him to medical. So they put 2-3 sweaters on the motherfucker, put a coat on him, tell him, get up out of here, boy. Just keep your mouth closed. Don't say nothing.
Yeah.
But we got to take care of this business. Nigga, you already know what's happening. That nation business. Everything else happened after that was nation business. But I got, you know what I'm saying? I got chest time for that. You smell me? But I ain't check in. I ain't have to get on no door or none of this old shit that them niggas be doing. Because I stood on business. Did what I did. Hey man, I'm gonna take mine. I'm gonna take my physical though. I ain't taking no going on the door. I ain't doing none of that. And all gangsters that can contest to that. I'm gonna take my physical. Yeah, y'all gonna give me that. And even the email called me Sadiq, bro. I never forget it, man. Sadiq called me. The email of all the Muslims called me, bro. And like, hey, man, come to the yard, meet me on the yard. Cause I had love, bro. They really loved me. I was like one of the biggest rappers in motherfucking prison. That's how I built my reputation.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I was about to ask you, did you start rapping in prison or were you rapping prior to that?
I've been rapping since I've been like 6 years old.
Okay. So tell me about like as far as like, you know, being an artist, you know what I'm saying, trapped in prison. You know what I mean? What was that like? Like, you know.
Oh man, I thought I was Tupac. I ain't gonna care. That was my favorite artist. No, he became my favorite artist.
Tupac. Who was your favorite artist?
Biggie. Biggie was my favorite artist.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Biggie was my favorite artist.
I ain't never really been no Tupac Biggie fan. Like, well, I like Biggie swag, but Pac, man, I like Pac. I ain't gonna lie. When he dropped the All Eyes on Me, that when I probably became a real big fan. But as far as Biggie, I think that when he did that collaboration with Bone Thugs is when I started really, really paying attention. But
I was fucking with Biggie.
Okay.
Biggie was my thug, but it was like Pac was giving me more pain.
Yeah.
So when I was in prison and I would go to the hole for doing some dumb shit, I'm in solitary confinement. I don't have a cellie. I don't have a bunkie. So I would write. I would take my pain, frustration, and anger out on that pad. And that's what led me to really find a passion. Like, oh shit, bro, I can really do this shit. I'm gonna start letting these niggas hear this shit, man. These niggas fuck with it. You feel me? And I was doing it as a young nigga, so it was like second nature to me.
Yeah.
Then I started like, it was some shit happened where I got on High Max. You know, we got into it with the CERT team. Me and 2 of the guys, we went to war with the CERT team, nigga, broomsticks. Yeah, that part. It was 3 of us, 5 of them, nigga. We went to war, Washington State Prison.
When you say broomsticks, y'all.
Yeah, we had broomsticks. They had they sticks.
Okay.
Type shit. And that ended up landing me on High Max. And High Max in Georgia is Georgia State Prison. That's Reedville. So I left Alto. They closed Alto down because it was violent. That's why they closed Alto down. They took Alto over and made it a women's prison and used the women's prison for niggas that was coming from Alto, but they spread a lot of niggas out. But a lot of young niggas went to Washington. So at Washington, that's where a nigga, you know what I'm saying, start getting his mojo. Start trying to goddamn chop it up with the little female CO, trying to get in, because the nigga is growing up. Nigga catching a little flavor. I'm like 18. So, Anyway, when I get into it with the 13, I get put on high max. I go to Reedville State Prison, my nigga. That shit is damn near neck and neck with Alto. Only thing is, I'm behind the door. But even when you lock down, it's dorms for niggas that's turning up. So if you cooling, but you on high max, you locked down, they'll have you in a nice dorm. You got the TV. You can't come out the room. You got a big cell. But if you buck, you ain't ready for inspection, get what they do. Hey, pack it up. You going to E building.
Yeah.
That's how I was giving it up. Nigga, I go to E building. E building, you behind the bars. Your TV is way on the other fucking side of the corridor, and it's a little bit ass fat back TV, nigga, with them old shit. Ain't no flats. You did.
Yeah.
So now it's like, damn, they got me over here. I was just over there in the sweet part, but I'm still bucking. So now I leave there and go to L&M building, nigga, and that's the worst building in Reedsville. Now you behind bars, that's behind the door, and your cell this small, nigga. Bro, that shit was filthy, my nigga. My nigga, when I first went in there, my respiratory changed, nigga. I couldn't even breathe the same in that bitch, dog. Real shit, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no windows in that bitch. Everything painted, my nigga. Like it was, bro, the worst building. They had to close them buildings because they was contaminated, bro. They had asbestos and sulfur in the water and shit like that.
So how's it like? So you saying? I know you saying y'all got into it at 13. You was ending up in Washington. What, like, as far as on the music side of things, were you writing a lot in there? Like was you just kind of just, you know, off the top, just remembering shit?
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I literally wrote about everything, my nigga, that was going on in my life at that time. So it was like being in prison at a young age made me angry. I was angry a lot. I was serious a lot. So a lot of my music portrayed that, like it exuberated that. Like that's what I gave the men. So when I rap, they were like, bro, you can really rap, my nigga. You need to keep that shit up.
yeah.
And while I was doing that high max time, I probably stayed on high max like 9 months, 10 months, some shit like that. And I ended up being let out to go to a close security prison. So the only thing on my mind is, man, wherever the fuck I go, nigga, I'ma be the best motherfucking rapper there is on that fucking compound, nigga. I'ma be the best motherfucking rapper. Any nigga that act like they wanna fucking rap, nigga, gotta come through me. I ain't come down no violent shit, none of that. I came on, nigga, I'm the best rapper to ever do this shit. I felt like Wayne, nigga, when I came out of high max.
Yeah.
And I went to TFL State Prison. And that's where my rap career started, in prison. Feel me? That's why I took it serious and like, nigga, I'm that nigga. You feel me? Y'all niggas got to check in with me when it comes to this music shit.
Yeah. You just touched on Telfair, and the reason why I'm saying that is because my cousin was there with you. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know that. You know what I mean? My cousin that was with you, and he used to call me all the time. Like, especially when he found out I was into music and things like that, he would call me. Like, I would talk to man like almost every other day. But one thing he always said, look, I got somebody, man, he about to get out. And he fire. That's what he used to say. He was like, man, when we get out, I need y'all to be together like brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because he can make it. That's what he used to tell me. And when you got out, I was like, shit. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm with it. I'm completely down with it. So tell me, you know what I mean, when you got out of prison, right? I know that Telfair was hard and shit like that, and I know from what he told me, you know what I'm saying, you were the best nigga rapping, period. Hands down, ain't nobody can fuck with you on the rap shit. So when you got out of prison, lead me to how Forced Entry was created. You know what I'm saying? What was the motivation behind Forced Entry, the mixtape? And that's a classic mixtape. Well, a lot of motherfuckers don't know that's a classic. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I had a tape right before Forced Entry.
You right. You sure did.
Yeah, I had one that came right before Forced Entry.
Yeah.
And when I was released, 2012, man, you know, I go right back to Fort Hill. I go right back to the east side. You know. Link with my big homie, Fatty White. And you know, the first thing I tell him is, man, I'm taking this music shit serious, bro. Like, since I've been gone all these years, man, all I can think about, nigga, I eat, sleep, and shit this music. So I want to take this shit serious. I want to do this shit, man. You know, I don't know how to start this shit, nigga. I've been gone since I was 14 years old. Yeah. So he like, man, I got a spot for you, nigga. Nigga, you remember Lock, don't you? Lock. He said, yeah, nigga, you remember Lock, dog, nigga? G-A-P-P?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, nigga, of course. Because I used to be with Gangsta Dre when them niggas was rapping. They used to have me around these niggas. So he like, man, come on, nigga. We going to Low Keys, nigga. We going to motherfucking the Mud Hole, nigga. We going to motherfucking Great Highway, nigga. We taking you to the studio. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm 24 years old. I'm a young nigga. I'm ready. I'm ready to prove myself to somebody, man. Like, I need niggas to hear me. And Fatty took me up to the studio. He took me up to the studio. Lock Dog in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He like, shit. Fatty White like, hey, man, I got a little homie right here on this nigga rap. So, you know, Lock one a nigga that you just to tell a nigga rap. You gotta show this nigga you can rap.
Hold on, so
what I'm saying.
I know you were rapping, so you already had took the name Don Straw at that point.
That shit came when I was in prison. Like,
Okay.
I've been Peter Wee Straw, so I just donned the straw.
Got you.
When I started the 100 Rat Gang in 2009 in Telfair, ORG, to this day, still ORG, you know, I just donned the straw and became Don Straw.
All right, so now you linked up with Lock, who we know, you know what I'm saying? He one of them guys when they come down to
Man, lots of
sing,
niggas
making music, whatever. He one of them. He the pillar.
Legend.
Yeah, definitely.
Legend in Macon, Georgia.
Definitely,
Legend
definitely.
on the east side, bro.
Definitely.
And I was honored to be in his presence, my nigga, and give him what I got. And I just straight on my chest, bro. Yeah. I'm like, chain gang shit, nigga, this is what I do, nigga. You can't motherfucker fuck with me. Ain't nobody in this bitch can fuck any nigga you line up, nigga, let's go. And my mans was impressed. He like, man, nigga, get your ass in the booth, nigga. We finna motherfucking make this shit happen, man. Open his doors, bro. I ain't pay for one motherfucking minute of goddamn recording time.
Yeah.
You understand me? And
so that was hold on, that was a 100 Rat mixtape.
That was 100 Rat the Movement. That was my first mixtape. We did that shit in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And released it. Did videos for it. And it was like, shit. Bro took me everywhere, man. I'm at open mics, nigga. I'm everywhere doing this shit, bro. I'm like everywhere trying to show that I can do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
The crazy thing, what you mentioned open mics, right? The crazy thing about it is before you got out, I didn't see you right when you got out. You had got out, and I didn't know the date. I was at an open mic in Macon, and I think I was at what's the spot by Rodeo? I forgot the name of it, but I was at a club, and it was an open mic basically, and I walked in, and you was on stage. You had your shirt off and shit. But the crazy thing is,
might have been Wings though. Might have been Wings.
Nah, it was a spot that sit on the hill. What the fuck that name of that spot? It's like an event center now or some shit. They had like 2 buildings on I forgot the name of it. But in long story short, I remember you were performing, and when I saw you, I was like, damn, who the fuck this nigga is? Cause I haven't seen you before. You know what I'm saying? I knew the name, but they ain't say your name because I was late. I pulled up, but I saw you. I was like, damn, he looked different than anybody else. So. Yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah, I did like 20 open mics back to back. And they had like an opening slot. They were like, shit, whoever win this open mic, you gonna open up for Trick Daddy.
I was there that night.
That's how I started really being able to create a name for myself.
Yeah.
Because now I'm winning open mics. I ain't just rapping in open mics. I'm winning them. I'm going to Sharon Showcase in Covington Road in Atlanta. I'm winning these showcases. I'm winning in open mics. So when you would win an open mic, you get to open up for an artist. So I done opened up for Trinidad Jane when he was doing this shit. I opened up for motherfucking Trouble. Me and Trouble Link did our thing. Long Live Trouble too. Definitely. Yeah, Long Live Trouble. Trick was one of the guys, and Trick linked me up with some of his management so I could open up for Trina. I went down and opened up for Trina. Rocco, that was my partner. Like, Shawty I had him on my phone. Like, one of my dogs from prison linked me with Rocco. Like, hey, fuck with Shawty. So when he'll come to the Mac time, I open up for him. Man, I'm trying to think, bro. It's a few more guys that was up and coming at that time that I opened up for, you know. But that is what ignited that flame where I felt like, oh shit, this shit can work.
So you got a total right now, if I recall, you got 1, 2, 3. You got a total of 4 mixtapes out currently. So I would say 100 racks removed, 100 racks, Then you have
Forced entry.
Then you have G Code 1 and 2.
No, after forced entry was foreign policy. Cause you
Foreign
know,
policy, you did.
yeah, I was with Mike Will for a little while.
Yeah.
You know, Ransom 2. When Ransom 2 was coming out, I was with Mike Will. I was with Sway Lee and Lil Jimmy when them niggas still had the little short dreads, no flex, zone.
Yeah.
I'm with these little niggas. They couldn't get no weed without me, nigga. Me and Fortune 500, my other partner. But you know, we just stayed going to jail, bro. Like that was the whole thing.
Do you think like, cause you mentioned it, like you right on it, bro. You know, I already know. So I'm like, do you think you're not your downfall, but your setback has always been like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, when I talk to anybody about you, the first thing they say, he the best nigga ever. Like as far as the Georgia shit, like as far as industry shit, they always say they ain't nobody that can fuck with you when it come down to that rap shit. So as far as like the music, like what is it? How can I put this? I know you dope. A lot of people that hear you know you dope. We already know that, you know what I'm saying, like if you ever get the opportunity, you gone. What you think holding you back the most? Like what's the issue? Like from outside, people probably have their opinions and shit like that. But what you think?
When I was in the streets, I sold a lot of dope, my nigga. And a lot of the guys that would, you know, fuck with a nigga on that work tip believed in me too. So it done been times where I'll pull up to get a few squares and niggas would be like, damn, nigga, you still trying to sell dope? If I had the talent you had, nigga, I wouldn't be fucking selling no dope, nigga. Yeah. You need to be rapping. So it was an imbalance because I had 1 foot in the street and 1 foot in the industry. And that's what caused the imbalance. If I don't focus on mainly music, then that imbalance leads me back to jail because I'm a street nigga, bro. So it's the streets. It was the streets. It was my you feel me, my hunger to get this money, you feel me, and be out there.
I'm kind of confused on one. Now, I ain't confused, but I guess if, you know what I'm saying, for a person that I ain't never been no motherfucking prison. I don't sit in jail in a holding cell for a little bit, a couple times, but I ain't never been no motherfucking prison. So when you say the streets, I'm assuming, cause most of your adult life, you've been locked the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming prison for you has been like being in the streets too. You consider
Absolutely.
that, you know what I'm saying? I can see it, you know what I'm saying? I can see that being like a motherfucker can be in prison and be like, shit, I was like, shit, this shit, the streets for me. I can see that. So that's what you basically referring to for the most part.
Absolutely.
Like you saying, you know what I'm saying? Obviously outside of you, when you got out and shit, you obviously went back to doing whatever you had to do.
Taking penitentiary chances.
Oh, hell yeah. So you had to do whatever you had to do. But for people that don't understand that shit, they don't realize like being locked up, that's street shit.
You know, it wasn't like I ain't have niggas in my corner like, bro, no, we need to be focused on the music shit. Big Man's tell me every day, bro, listen, man, we need to do the music shit, nigga. You gonna get your little paper, but nigga, stop riding around with all them guns in the car and smoking weed, nigga. Yeah. Like, lock, they used to tell me like, hey, bro, this what you need to be doing, focusing on. So it wasn't like I ain't have niggas telling me like, hey, bro, you need to be focused on the music. Because at the end of the day, don't nobody want to invest their money on a liability.
Do you think like right now with the wisdom you have and the time, you don't serve enough time now to where you can say like, man, fuck this shit, I gotta focus on the music shit?
Oh man, I'm humbled, man.
Yeah.
I done did 17 years. That's where 17 Yoda come from. I did 17
you realize
years.
this your last chance.
Oh man, only God can determine that, man.
You think like this might be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers don't get multiple opportunities, you know what I'm saying, to be able to pursue your gift sometimes, you know what I'm saying? God might be like, man, you know what, bro, like, you ain't serious about that.
That's why I had
you got a true gift, bro.
That's why I had to recreate myself.
Yeah.
I had to reinvent myself. That's where 17 Yoda came from. Because I wanted to separate myself from Don Straw just a bit, like an out-of-body experience, nigga. I wanted to look at Don Straw like, nigga, I'm going out of space with this shit. I always was the smallest nigga in the clique with the biggest heart. You see what I'm saying? I'm out of this world with the music shit. How can I divert their attention and make them, come into character and really have these people like, okay, he on his music shit now.
Yeah.
So nigga 17 Yoda, nigga, I'm out of this world, nigga. On the Yoda with the smallest motherfucker out there.
So you answered my question about 17 Yoda as far as like what that meant. You know what I mean?
I was born on the 17 as well, 10-17. You know, a lot of motherfuckers used to look at my text and see 10-17 and be like, damn, boy, you with Gucci? You with WAP? Nah, bro, I was born October the 17th, my nigga. You know, so with that and the fact that I did 17 years, I just took the 17, throwed it on Yoda, and that's how I, you know, like how Titty Boy did when he came, now he 2 Chainz.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I just said, don't take that wrong when I said it might be your last chance, because niggas is 50 rapping right now. But I say that because, well, when you talking about 2 Chainz, to me that means like shit, bro. You can make it happen. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
Absolutely.
It really don't matter. You can make some shit happen. But I want to see you make some shit happen.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's my thing.
That's a boomerang.
I want to see you do the damn thing. So with that said, you know what I'm saying? We did 100 Racks mixtape. We did now we kind of moving into like forced entry and then the G codes of the world. For those that don't know, make sure y'all go look all this up. This is all documented. It's on YouTube. You got 100 Racks mixtape. You got forced entry. You got G code 1 and 2. Oh, and you got foreign policy in between forced entry and G code 1. So we already know they gonna go look it up. We already know foreign policy, G code 1, G code 2. Them shits is classic. Forced entry, all your shit classic to me. You know what I'm saying? So I know that, you know, doing the G code and after the Rick Ross incident, then you move into G code and G code 2, you ran into issues again. You know what I mean? You ran into a situation. I'll let you talk about it, but we ain't even necessarily. We'll talk about it if you want to talk about it. As far as like, you know, going through the process of recording G code 1 and 2 and forced entry. Forced entry recorded. I was one of the engineers mainly on that. Did I record all that bitch?
Yeah.
I think I did, yeah. So I recorded forced entry. G code 1 and 2, I think you was with Maine and y'all may have recorded or foreign policy. Which one was that?
Nah, foreign policy was actually with Mike Will.
Mike Will. Okay, so foreign policy was with Mike Will, that's right. With those projects out, and you know what I mean, we know that the audience may not know, but I'm gonna go ahead and say you end up going to jail now, prison for another 7 years. So what I wanna know is, now that you out, back out, and you had people waiting on you, you know what I'm saying? We were sitting, I never gave up hope. I know Maine didn't give up hope. I know motherfucking Locke didn't give up hope. Everybody was like, man, that man coming home, and when he do shit, the city back up. Mm-hmm. It's time, bro. So I want to know like where we at. You know what I'm saying? What you got in store for the future? You know what I'm saying? What you working on right now? What the fans can be looking forward to?
Oh man.
Who is 17? You know they know Don Straw, but 17 Yoda is a total different vibe. You know what I'm saying?
I'm at a point now where I just want to get on facts. I want to get on the truth. You know, cause you know, when I came home, and I'm still actually in the halfway house right now as we speak. But when I was released out that federal system, I had in my mind already that this was it. This was the only thing that I'm gonna invest my time, my money, my energy into. So while I was in there, I figured out street facts. Street facts 1, 2, and 3. I wrote street facts 1, 2, and 3 while I was in prison. 17 Yoda 1, 2, and 3 mixtapes while I was in prison. A few albums while I was in prison. I got all this compiled, prepared like a military strategy to get out here and blitzkrieg these folks. And my label 100 Racks Entertainment. It been that since 2013. You know what I mean? When I caught that Fed case, it opened up my eyes to a lot of shit. Cause a lot of niggas that I thought were real was exposed. You know, and these niggas that I felt like was really for me, really was with me. But when it started to unravel, I seen that these same niggas that I called my bros like was really trying to put me under the prison system. And it opened my eye because that never happened to me before. Now, nigga, I'm motherfucking in my 30s, nigga. 29 just turned 30. And I'm slapped with an 8.5-year sentence. You see what I'm saying? Found myself really fighting for my life, had to defend myself. You understand me? And I told myself then, bro, man, I would never let a nigga put me in a situation where my life, you understand me, is in his hands. Because the shit he's portraying and telling these folks about me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, it was a no-brainer, man. I had to humble myself and get out here and get straight back to the music. So, the first nigga, when I came home, man, when I flew from Philadelphia to Atlanta, and my little brother Mike pulled up on me and brought me to Macon, the first nigga I linked up with, man, was Big Man. He had been building IBG for like 6 years. You know, I was gone 7, but within the last 6 years, he was building IBG.
Right.
And this is a man that I met when I was 19 years old. He was 32. And believed in me since day one. Bro, if a nigga still got faith, keep his faith in you, a lot of niggas don't even believe in themselves.
Right.
It take another person to be like, hey man, bro, this we still on, we on this. Man, like Pop said, man, you gotta put the wind beneath your feet and go out in the blaze if you got to.
Yeah. Real shit.
So that we on right now, man. We actually packaging up this project to give these folks street facts. Everything they need to know about 17 Yoda, everything they need to know about Don Straw. That's what we finna put out in these tapes, in these albums. That's what I got for the world.
Well, shit, there you have it, man. This is official. You know what I'm saying? This is 17 Yoda. You know, we here on Heart and Soul. It's your boy Tony Farrell, Teflon Media, IBG, ORG. You know what I'm saying? We got Lock Dog in the building. We got Main Soprano in the building. You know what I'm saying, man? I appreciate you stopping by, my boy. You know what I mean? You already know it, love all day, any day, and we gone. This is not the finished part. This is to be continued, right?
Facts.
So this is to be continued. You know what I'm saying?
We got a lot more to touch on.
Listen, it was so many different questions I wanted to ask, but I didn't want to go all the way back. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna definitely talk about a lot of other things that he wasn't able to mention in this interview. We're gonna save a little bit more for, you know, the to be continued version of this. But once again, I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, 17 Yoda, aka Don Straw, for stopping by. Man, it's been a pleasure with this interview. It's your boy Tony Fair, man, and I'm out.
17 Yoda, man, the big one. 17 Yoda, y'all follow me on IG. Follow me on Facebook. Up on the Don Straw. TikTok, 17 Yoda. ORG, man, IBG the label. Y'all follow this movement, man. It can't get no realer than this.